Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as an informational channel. Hopefully the informational part help you or someone out, and we're just going to watch some videos and talk about them. And if you've been rocking with me, I just got to say, I appreciate you so much for rocking with me, for staying with me. Even though you might not agree with my views or we might not see eye to eye, I just like seeing how everybody think, how people think, because we don't all got the same mind and body. That's why we all different. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much on this, so let's get it.
Like, my dream is obviously to get the same amount of subscribers as PewDiePie, maybe Yogscaster Syndicate, just people like that.
The chilling case of Aaron Thomas Campbell, a once promising YouTuber, took a dark turn when he committed a heinous crime that would haunt him for the rest of his life.
I have never before seen a police officer almost break down in the witness box, so affected was he by the sight.
In a shocking act of violence, Aaron took the life of 6-year-old Alicia McPhail, forever altering the lives of everyone involved. Now confined to the walls of a prison cell, he is left to confront the gravity of his actions and grapple with overwhelming regret. Aaron rose to prominence on YouTube, cultivating a following through his entertaining and often humorous content. However, beneath the surface, his mental state began to deteriorate, and a series of personal struggles unraveled his once promising future. In a moment of inexplicable rage and anguish, Aaron committed an unthinkable act. He took the life of a young, innocent child, forever shattering the lives of the victim's family and leaving a community mourning. In the late hours of that tragic night, Aaron's disturbed mind led him down a path of unimaginable cruelty. Initially breaking into a house to steal weed, he entered Alicia's bedroom and was confronted with—
So you mean to tell me you broke into somebody's house for fucking marijuana? You did a B&E for marijuana. Now, I don't understand why people would do the dumbest things, but then again, I don't want to understand why y'all do the dumbest things, because I might catch myself doing the dumbest things. But he broke into these folks' house for marijuana.
His bedroom and was confronted with the sight of the vulnerable child peacefully sleeping. It was at this moment that his sinister desires took control. With calculated precision, Aaron lifted Alicia from her bed and stealthily left the house with her. The unsuspecting girl, awakening to this horrifying nightmare, found herself in the clutches of a stranger she was led to believe was a friend of father. But the deception veiled his true intentions, masking the unimaginable horrors he was about to inflict upon her. As they walked along the shoreline, the innocence of youth met the depths of depravity. Alicia's pleas for help were ignored as Aaron subjected her to unspeakable acts of violence. In her final moments, she faced unimaginable fear and pain, her life cut tragically short at the hands of a remorseless killer.
You went into the house and then her bedroom. You removed her from there and took her to a secluded spot where you violated and murdered her in the most brutal fashion.
The incident sent shockwaves.
So you ain't going to these folks' house to break in their house to steal some weed. Seen a little girl and decided to steal her instead. What was going through your mind? I really don't want to know what's going through your mind, because you wasn't thinking clearly when you thought it was cool to break into somebody's house and steal goddamn marijuana. And instead of stealing marijuana, you installed a little girl and did some very demonic, sick ass shit with her. You know what I'm saying? So
the incident sent shockwaves through society, prompting a collective reflection on the potential dangers lurking within the online world. With the evidence stacked against him, Aaron's facade of innocence quickly crumbled. The meticulous efforts of investigators, combined with DNA evidence connecting him to the crime, left him with no escape from the consequences of his monstrous actions.
You were found guilty of the abduction, rape and murder of Alicia McPhail, a 6-year-old child.
Now imprisoned, Aaron is faced with the weight of his actions and the irreversible consequences they have brought. He recently faced a violent assault in his cell at Polmont Young Offenders. According to a source, the assailant took advantage of a brief moment when Aaron's cell door was left open during mealtime. The attack resulted in his front tooth piercing through his lip. Prison officials had to intervene forcefully to separate the attacker, who was praised as a hero by fellow inmates. Regarding the assault, Alicia's great-grandfather, George Lockerain, expressed his sentiments, stating, "I hope he's in pain. I hope he's suffering. The only thing I'm sorry about is that I didn't get to do it myself. In addition to this, Aaron now feels overwhelming remorse for his unforgivable act. Behind bars, he spends his days reflecting on the life he extinguished and the pain inflicted upon the victim's family. The magnitude of his regret is a constant reminder of the irreparable damage caused by a moment of violence. Aaron's regret has led him on a path of introspection and self-discovery. In prison, he has sought counseling, therapy, and rehabilitation programs to confront his troubled past and understand the root causes of his actions. This tragic case serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers that can emerge in the digital age, highlighting the need for increased awareness and responsibility among content creators and platforms. It prompts a broader conversation about the importance of mental health support, early intervention, and the establishment of safeguards to prevent such horrors from occurring in the future.
So looking at, where these people are, I should say, looking at the judge, this must be some foreign country where I'm surprised they didn't, deaf do this guy, how they usually do people in the foreign country when they do crazy stuff like this. Did they give him like the death sentence or something? I'm surprised he didn't get the death sentence, or, they inject him with something, or they beat his ass, or some crazy things they do over in them foreign countries. The most we do here in America is that we inject them, There's some craziness like that, but no firing squad, no crazy hanging. Maybe in the older, ancestry times, the hanging was cool, but not now. That shit ain't cool at all.